So when it comes to butter, I think it's probably the most underestimated thing when people come to putting it on their actual food, and how they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to fat loss. Right, so I have 2 slices of toast, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to butter what somebody might think they're only putting on like a teaspoon, right? And that's why those little 7 gram, you know, those packets you get in the restaurants, that's why they're actually handy, because you know the exact amount you're putting on. But just take a look at what somebody thinks they're putting on versus what they might actually be putting on. Okay, 7 grams, not too bad. But again, you know yourself, when butter is melted and people put it on, especially in this weather, if there's corners or anything missing, you'll see some people go back again and get another scoop and throw it on again and fill every single corner. I'm not saying everyone's the same, but I do see it a lot. Like, so again, you've turned probably 5 gram here in this case into double the amount with it, like, or 5 gram usually what I see is it ends up being more so than a tablespoon, which is what I probably got there, versus what 5 gram actually looks like, which is a nice bit smaller. Again, when you put that 5 little gram amount on, it kind of goes fairly quick, like. So again, people will have a tendency just to slap on a heap more than they actually need for a slicing of toast, whatever it might be. And even if you're somebody who is getting like 100 gram slices or 100 calorie, 50 calorie slice of bread, you're completely shooting yourself in the foot then by actually putting on what you're actually putting on the toast. So look, I suppose the highlight with this is just to get yourself something like this weighing scale, so you can actually weigh out what you might think a teaspoon of butter, which is 5 grams, is when you're putting that in a slice. It's around 36, around 40 calories for a teaspoon, right? But then if you're overshooting that by triple the amount, you're turning 40 into 120. 120, that's for 1 slice. If you're having 2, or if you're putting something else onto that slice, or whatever it is, or wherever else you might put butter into, if you put butter in potatoes, spuds, that kind of stuff as well, it's knowing the amount you're putting in, because if you don't, you're always going to overshoot it. It's the same with like things like olive oil or that kind of stuff. If you put them on salads when you're cooking, the best thing you can do is either have like a little measuring jug for oils, or weigh out what you think a teaspoon of butter might look like on a knife, so at least you'll know and be able to replicate that for the future. Even when you're in the restaurant as well, like, you know that one of those little yolks is 7 grams. 7 grams is around 50 calorie range. So you know that each little bit of butter you're putting on, you're slapping on 50 calories extra onto a slice. Even if you got into the habit of half in that little butter knob in a restaurant, if you're putting it on something, so it'll make those kind of small little changes that will build up over time. But look, hopefully there's something helpful there into that and to take away. I know you might see these Instagram posts of like 2 slices of toast side by side, with one of them with a shit ton of butter and one of them with a small bit of butter. Some people go way overboard. They might put on double what I put on there, which I've seen, but usually it's this the case. They think they might be putting on a teaspoon when they're actually putting on a tablespoon.